Who is she that comes forth as the morning rising, fair as the moon, bright as the sun, terrible as an army set in battle array? There are no words or images good enough to praise our Blessed Lady. We can never say enough. Even the litany of the Blessed Virgin Mary, with all its titles and praises, falls short. And yet, effusive love for our Blessed Lady is so natural for the Catholic. Our effort to glorify Our Lady really echoes the cry of the Church's liturgy. How can we praise you enough, O Mary? For you bore in your womb the one the universe itself cannot contain. And yet we try to glorify Mary as she asks, especially when we contemplate the mysteries of Christ in the Holy Rosary. The Rosary is one of the greatest prayers, and it contains the greatest prayers. We think especially of the Our Father, the Hail Mary, the Glory Be. Little wonder then that the Church esteems the Rosary so highly. It is the Bible on its knees. And when we pray the Rosary, we gaze on the face of Christ along with Mary, the one who knew him best of all. When we pray the Rosary, she points things out to us that we would otherwise have missed. She turns the pages of the album of Christ's life, death, and resurrection, and helps imprint these lessons on our hearts. She opens her immaculate heart to us, and she shares with us what she has pondered. Today, in this special Marian celebration, which brings us all so much joy, let us renew our contemplation of the face of Christ through the eyes of Mary in the Rosary. We shall never see Jesus more clearly than through the eyes of her who called him my son. As we go through the mysteries of the Rosary, as we finger the beads, the mysteries of Christ pass before us, and we are drawn more and more into them. And the graces of these mysteries are poured out upon us. This simple yet profound prayer plumbs the depths of the gospel and powerfully brings forth the fruits of holiness. It forms our hearts in the power and simplicity of the gospel. God's call is that we become images of Jesus Christ. And Mary doesn't allow us to settle for less than that, because she knows what it cost. She knows better than anyone the sacrifice of Christ. She was there. She participated in every moment, and the sword that opened his heart pierced her soul. So how can we praise you enough, O Mary? For you bore in your womb the one the universe itself cannot contain. And yet we try, through our prayer and our imitation of Mary. As our mother, Mary loves that we try, and she makes up for what we lack. That's what's so great about entrusting ourselves to her. Our admiration for our Blessed Lady leads us to contemplate her privileges, to honor her name, to make her known, and to give her the most tender homage we can, which is imitation, that we try to follow her. We try to be like her. Lastly, Mary gives us her own confidence in God. All that we ask for, through her, we hope for and will receive. Father Feeney used to say, "Trust Our Lady completely, and she will take care of things in a way you never dreamed." Our trust in Mary is sure, because she is the one who trusted first, even when no one else did. Long, long ago, Saturday became Mary's Day, because on that very first Holy Saturday, she above all, and perhaps even she alone of those who knew Christ, she knew there would be an Easter Sunday. And she clung on in complete faith and trust. Blessed is she who believed. So, like the inspired author of the Song of Songs, we marvel at her and at how good God is in giving her to us and letting us give ourselves to her. We can only marvel and be grateful and imitate her. Who is she that comes forth as the morning rising, fair as the moon, bright as the sun, terrible as an army set in battle array?